Well, there's what we get to see this morning. Earlier it was very bright from the moonlight, but you couldn't see where the moon was. And yes, you hear one of Mom's wind chimes in the background. There's a little breeze. Becky and I were just talking. She asked me if I got up in the middle of the night to let the pups out. And I said, no. She says she got up about 2:30 and let them out. And sometime they were out. I put them in their pen a little after 9. There's a bucket there. She took them out about 2:30. And I took them out a little after 5. So they're getting to where they'll make it through the night better. And we were talking last night. There were no pee-pee accidents in the house at all yesterday. Unless we haven't stepped in one we didn't find yet. So that's a good thing. And they're minding better. And God knows about today. Supposed to be 0% chance of rain. Then the news says, oh, well, if you got clouds this morning, you probably have rain. Boy, they're brilliant. And they showed our rainfall for October so far. And the gal couldn't figure out how much it was. It showed like a calendar with how many tenths or hundredths she got for the days that we had rain. And I'm just kind of, you see it for a few seconds on the screen. I just kind of flip my eyes across and I'm going, okay, well, according to you, we have almost a half an inch. Most of it was in hundreds. And our normal rainfall, as she showed, was like 3.5 inches, give or take. But keep in mind, that's over at the airport at Portland is where that's all measured, which is at the mouth of the gorge, which receives half the rain we get. Usually somewhere in there. Anyway, that's enough gabbing. Oh yeah, the other thing. You gotta wonder how quick they are. There is a video that's on TikTok. It's probably on YouTube Shorts, and it's probably on the Farce Book Reels. A little girl getting chased by a coyote through their yard, and the daddy running and grabbing the little girl. I didn't know where that was. I've seen it. It's come across the screen of my phone probably 50 times in the last 3 days. Guess what the news just had on this morning? And it was in Portland. That's where that happened. And oh, we see coyotes all the time. I just never thought they'd chase my kid. Dumbass. I don't trust coyotes. You had them chase you around a tractor and drill at 11 o'clock at night in the dark. And all you know is there's something there and it's bugging the shit out of you. Or you're up here looking out in a hayfield, watching them through a scope as they're chasing your daughter while she's on the rake tractor trying to rake. No, I don't trust them. Yeah, generally they're not a problem. But they can be total little assholes and they can be vicious. I've also watched them take people's dogs from them. We used to farm a big horse place over toward Beaverton. Actually, it was 2 of them side by side. And they had trails up in the trees. And what do you know? They were missing doggies because doggies would go out with their owners when their owners were riding the trails. And in a matter of a year, there was like 35 or 40 dogs that all went missing. And it's like, well, you dumbasses, you know where they are, right? Well, the coyotes came out to play, and then our dog went with them. Yeah, your dog ain't running with the coyotes. Your dog is napping. Most doggies they take were smaller than these guys, and these guys actually, they'll keep them run off. Usually healers will actually take a coyote. Anyway, I gotta get to feeding. It's 4.5 minutes of your evening. My morning. And I don't see anybody out at the feeder. Maybe they're all going to eat grain this morning. I found the moon. All done feeding. Come back up and it just literally snuck across that hole. Having fun. That bag's empty. That went into the bin in the back barn, and I took an empty that was back there, and it's about 2/3 full. It's up here. But I gotta do something with all these other empties that I had stacked right there. That were kind of, I was waiting for it to fall over. We stacked those up, and that's all twined together because we thought they were going to take them back. But, nobody wants them. That one's going to go in the poly bin. Spin you around right there. Just got to get the auger over the hole. Becky and Ty are working upstairs in the office. I'm going to see if I can get Ty down here for a little bit. And I know that one on top's kind of off. Hopefully I can straighten that up. If not, I'm not going to worry about it. It's all twined together, just the top of the stack to that top pallet. And I don't know how many bags are in there. I really don't. I don't care. There's a bunch of them. But that one's like 2/3 full. And I got more bags buried in here, but I gotta move things to get them out of there. When it's said and done, hopefully I'll have 2 stacks kind of like that I can move and keep out of the way. Should be doing other things while it's not raining, but unfortunately, what I gotta do in here, I kind of need to do while it's not raining. Because I need to get some stuff out of here. And I'm gonna, hopefully I can leave that stack of small bales. I want to get in here and weasel these big bales out. I might not be able to do what I wanted to do. My plan was make a big enough hole here I get skid steer through, and I can take the hay that's still on the ground here and set up on the deck. But that may not happen without moving all these. I don't want to move them yet. That might happen anyway. But I got to weasel those out. I'll get one there and one there. And then I can tackle this. And I'm going to do it all with a squeeze, I hope. Because, until I can do something different with the bale loader, and the only way I can get to that stack with the bale loader, I got to move all this out too. And I hear something. Oh, must not have been what I thought. No, I do hear something. I saw something go by on the road. I'm gonna say I hear a Case IH quad track. Nope, the sprayer. Okay, so what I saw go by was their nurse truck. That's how they're keeping up. He's running right behind them. GK machine sprayer. That one was one of the probably best ones they built, because John dealt direct with them, and another guy did before that, but the other guy didn't have as much heavy duty stuff on it. John says, all I do is hills, make me a machine that will pull them. And in the process, they found out, I think he had it for a week, and he was headed home with it on the road. That's where he stopped. Rather than making all their own hoses, they were having them made, just buying, I think they were buying ready-mades. You just look on the computer, oh, hey, this outfit makes what we need, we'll just buy it that way. And he had 2 or 3 hose ends blow off, all in the hydro drive. Other than that, as far as I know, it's been a really good machine. And the other guy up here that does a lot of hills, who got the first one, he got all bent out of shape because his doesn't have enough power, and the hydros aren't built as heavy. So anyway, things you laugh about, because hey, guinea pig, guess what? Oh well, I get back to this. Blue's laying up there babysitting the puppy's toys that are still in that pen. And I got that one that far. I only got 2 more bags. 4 more bags out here, plus that bag when I get it emptied. But it was time for the puppies to come out. Bandit! Where'd the other one go? I know he's not too far away. Bandito! Hey! Hey! Come here! Beeped him, vibrated him, and gave him a little zap. Like I said the other day, I think it's a piece of shit. 4 times pushing the button before it beeps. Okay. Anyway, they have been... there's where he is. He's over there. He was outside checking the bags out while the other 2 were over there. Balin! Come here, Balin! Come here, bud! Come here, Balin! Come on! Good boy. Didn't even have to beep him. This gives me a little break. I'm going to see if I can get Ty to come down and give me a hand, because dumping that I pretty much need help. I mean, I can do it, but that's a pain in the ass moving the auger by myself. You know, even folding bags up by myself is a pain. Most of them in that stack were folded up pretty good to begin with, but these others were wadded up, and they don't fold very well once they're wadded. It's kind of hard to hold both ends at the same time. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. If I can get her to help me, I'll have this done before lunch. Then figure what the hell I'm going to do with this. Yay! It was so much fun. Well, bags are dumped, tied up, put away. Becky brought the pups back down after we got that done. Motor on that auger had, I don't know how many bees nests were in it, but... Oh, time for a deuce. We got started and they were boiling out the tail end of the motor. And got done and shut the motor off, and there was 10 times more boiling out of it. And that's what I did with those bags. That's the one Ty helped with. That's the one I did by myself.
Good boy.
Either way, they're on there. They'll stack on a truck or something.
Can you sit? Ghosty,
I'm going to have to hand this to Becky. That's the one. That's the piece of shit one that's on Bandit. He's probably going to want to follow me up the stairs, because he knows how to come up the stairs. You stay down, please. Yeah, you guys stay down. Cover this up. Probably refill my corn bucket while I'm at it. And Becky got a phone call from the outfit that those guys are going to. And they said, hey, because they kill on the 24th. And so you take them in the night before, and the phone call was, hey, since you guys know the routine around here, we're not the reason that they've changed things. Because now, I mean, you used to take them in Sunday. They've changed to killing during the week. Because too many people could not figure out how to fill out paperwork. They would just dump the critters off. And, you know, they had no idea whose animals they were. Nothing. So, since they're going to be... You guys already got your breakfast. Since they're going to be pretty well plugged up and have full pens, they asked if we could bring them in the next morning on kill day. That's fine. And that'll probably work where I'll probably bring a bunch of those little steers back here that day. Anyway, that's our day so far. She's letting them check out the cows since all the cows came in, you know. Nice day, they don't want to be out there in the pasture. Well, that no longer has my gopher kitten stuff on the front of it. It's on the front of this. And of course the racks are made different. So angle iron bracket there is not hooked to anything. Neither's that one. Bungee cords and a strap. Hopefully it holds. That bike is 87 Honda 350 4-wheel drive. It's a good bike. It just don't like to start. You can run the carburetor dry, and when you go to start it again, if you're really lucky, it'll fire and go and not be an issue. Otherwise, pull the plug, burn it off, try it again. Might take 2 or 3 times. Then it runs fine. As long as you run it for more than about 5 minutes the first time around, you can come back later the same day, fire it up, and it's great. You wait till the next day, you got to burn it off. Doesn't make sense. And this one is a 300 2-wheel drive. 86 model? I don't remember for sure. They're 1 year apart. Farmer down in the valley Filberts had both of them, and they had little sprayers on them, and when they upgraded, they ended up at the dealership in St. Paul, and we pretty much got them for a song and a dance for the condition they were in. I put, that one has different steering on it. It's not direct. It's got a idler link in it, and the link was toast. That was $100. I was always going to put a muffler on it, but I just couldn't see ponying up that much money for a muffler. That fuel tank's underneath the seat, uses a 12-volt pump rather than proven gravity flow. And the fuel pump went tits. Napa Napa carries it's a Napa brand anyway. Really cheap, low pressure, 12-volt plastic POS pump. Works great. Like I say, but no matter what you do, you gotta freaking burn the plug off every time to start it, even a brand new plug. If you put it in and it doesn't start right up, pull that brand new plug out, burn it, and then it'll start. Doesn't make sense. This one always starts. That one always started until it quit running. That was apparently at some point the oil had been changed in it, and they put the oil screen in backwards. It'll go in either way, but one way it doesn't get oil flow up into the head. So it wiped out the cam and top of the head where the clamp shell's in. Little Sukizuki. That was a really good bike for a long time. Then it decided not to run. That was actually Becky's. It's only a 250. But 4-wheel drive has high, low, 2-wheel drive, differential lock, 4-wheel drive. I mean, it's awesome for a lot of things because you can crawl with it. I mean, really, that used to be guys that pulled little sprayers doing field spraying in wet spots, and they would look for those because they can crawl. I mean, it's like a tractor with a creeper gear. You can go slow, but it's sitting there, got one brake locked up. Both of those have brand new tires on them too. I don't know what we're going to do. I would like to fix that one, but it needs, mostly a new engine. Otherwise, it's in great shape. But I've been busy. Got the little Traveler up here. Pulled it up with this one. And the big Traveler's not out there anymore. It's parked right here. I was thinking about trying to pull that tractor up in here and get the tractor under roof, but yeah, the other one's in the way. Plus the bikes are in the way. Oh yeah, I hope I fixed that float. It's not running over anymore. Stinking floats. We use those ball valves, faucet valves, and I think Ty had it on just a tiny too much. Because I knew it was, I saw it was clear full the other day, and I hadn't been down in here, because why? Well, with everything up there, I can't get down here very well without coming out and around. And obviously I was out and around to get this on here. Go see if I can maybe get some gophers before it rains. A couple of them out there had open holes when I was there, and I love the open holes. You don't got to dig. Throw some sulfur in the hole, light the torch, and as long as they don't have it plugged, you got them. And Becky sent me a picture a little bit ago. Ty was rolling the carpet up, starting to pull it up in the office. So, I've avoided having to help with that so far. I should go let the pups out. They're in their pen out on the patio, and I think they probably need to. I was afraid of that. On that bike, this thing's set in the right place. I couldn't catch a tire. Not on this bike. I can solve that, though. Put a bungee on it. Or something. I'll figure it out.